I just don't understand the Vex stacks here. He can play so many more heroes. Even that last game wasn't bad, and he wasn't able to even do anything that game because he was farming up most of the
He
time.
didn't land a ton of flying spears, but he contributed to the team fights, and he was fine. So I certainly agree that you have to kind of move past the necessity of banning out Murad Nakroth. And they do, banning out the most powerful character in the game, currently still on the cards, with the Elsu being removed. Lindis Sephira joins him on the Nova bans.
Finally, an improvement by Existence in their ban. They actually end up using that third one on the Elsu, which forces the Sephira for Nova Esports. Now, they have the opportunity to go for something like the Richter if they decide, but instead, a net is left open. It's an instant lock.
Very good character for Chicketon, better character for Grizzly Q. And removing it's good, and that's also a very good team fight support. Second, maybe only to Crashed in terms of pure team fight utility. So if you can get the Annette coupled with a really good mobile engaged team fight team, I actually like it.
This is really interesting coming out from Nova here, going for two essentially side laners here. Richter can play the Abyssal lane. That means they're going to have to go for a marksman jungler or else just go with a different style overall.
Superman as well as Tulin seem to be the next picks now for Existence. Super, or fairly standard, just keeping themselves in some power picks for their laners.
Oh, don't do this.
Oh, no. What are you doing? I want them to do it, but I'm also like mad and happy at the same time. Do it. Oh.
Nova hovering a variety of picks. So Superman Tulin is the mobility team fight strength I was asking for. And we do... Oh, no.
Okay.
At the last second, normality
You still
returns.
get Vex onto Aquilin, though.
The all-warrior
And we still get Grizzly Q on a Crashed, which I haven't seen since the Season 2 finals, so I'm excited.
It's been a while for that one.
So the Crashed is actually a really good call because they're responding to the fact that Existence are quite clearly building a team fight comp. And they're saying, hey, what if we could decline team fights? And they will be able to do exactly that.
Yes.
Are we just going
We
no
throw
marksman?
water in your face and then you have to run away for a little bit. Roxy and Ryoma are the final lock-ins now for Existence, further team fighting their team fight. There you go, that's a TJ phrase for you.
Thanks.
Now, final lock-in, gonna have to be a mid laner for Nova Esports. What are they going to decide? The Alistar gets locked in for Poseidon.
Anti-Superman.
Are we
the character?
Are we in 2017? What is going on with this no marksman comp from both sides?
I like it. Look, I had to deal with Violet in Violet days. Then I had to deal with Lindis in Lindis days, and then Slims in Slims days. I'm very okay with not having to deal with any marksman for a while.
I think the more analytical answer, sorry, Jump, is that the reason we've moved away from the marksman comp is that we're learning how to power farm other things in the bottom lane. So in this case, it's likely going to be the Richter being put there because they had the Omen up top.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, no, that's Richter support.
Yeah,
it's going to be a Crash down there.
It is. They're pushing a Crash down to the
Oh,
bot
and it's
lane.
a Disrupt Crash.
Yeah.
This is going to be an aggro Crash. I am so
We
excited.
get damage card. We get off-tank threat. We off-tank Crash. We haven't seen that one.
So the Disrupt, this tower breaking talent that you see with the little line through the tower, if they lock that in, which it does appear it has been, that actually depowers a tower. So if you go under the tower, you press Disrupt, it does not shoot for the next 15 seconds?
It essentially immobilizes.
It's like 5.
Yeah,
It's
it's
like
5 seconds?
It's very. It's not that. It's not 15.
It feels like 15 seconds, especially with a
It feels
Crash.
like a lifetime.
Because you spend the Metamorphosis, and then you just go.
And then, yeah,
there's nothing that can be done.
Yeah, once the tower turns on, it just hits the crest, and the crest is like, I can take it. So.
And then you add that in as well with Vex coming down for a 2v1 dive.
Yeah.
Whoever it is that's going to be sitting across from that Crash is not going to be a happy camper.
Okay, the thing is, what I love about Nova, no matter what a lot of times people look at comps and they say, okay, how do we team fight? How do we take these skirmishes? Nova always has their mind on how to take towers. Yeah. They need to know how they're going to take the towers, and sometimes you get into a game with a team, they start getting ahead, they start winning team fights, and then they're like lost, like, okay, what do we do now? Nova knows exactly every step of the way.
Well, the other aspect about it as well is what better way to knock down a Superman than to make sure he gets down early. Well, guys, we're gonna find it out. Disrupt Crashed is alive and breathing. Nova Esports versus Existence, game number 2.
I cannot wait to see Oxy and what he's building, because if we start with like Mantle of Rock, for kind of a hybrid build, that's nothing crazy. I want to see some rank breaker. I want to see some madness.
That's not the craziest thing ever. He is getting bullied around like Chimeras, but you typically go for the Mantle of Raw. Oh, nice dodge. You go for the Mantle of Raw, then you go into something like Omni Arms. Sometimes you have a Rank Breaker mixed in there as well, but that's not the craziest thing. The problem I have with Rank Breaker in this particular game, though, is that you're not going to go against that many squishies, right? Maybe Bamboo, that's about it. Blue Triton may be a bit squishy, but other than that, might not be the best. He might die, though.
Grizzly Q, mate. Yeah, Bamboo chasing him all the way back. Oxy down bottom. Does fall to Chimeras flying past him. That's going to be the Superman already striking first. And like I was saying to Jump, the reason we're seeing Marksman kind of drift out is because they found other characters, Chicken why? Other characters that they can run in the bottom lane in order to power farm. And you benefit almost as much from power farming as Superman as you do from a Marksman.
Right, because Superman, as he gets that health, as he gets that powered up, he can do just as much damage as he's able to tank. That's why he's so powerful, just like a Xenial.
Grizzly Q will go down to Bamboo in the mid lane. If you're wondering why I was questioning the existence of Chicken, there is an ability, you'll see it this game, called Magic Barrier. Puts a little nice wall
I was going to talk about that.
of magic, and it's a stun.
And it stands there, and it sits there, and we were playing a game the other day, and TJ says, why do people just walk into magic barriers that are sitting there telling you that you're going to get stunned by it? And that was Chicken a second ago.
Because it's just there, and if you don't walk into it, you don't get stunned. You can just walk around it. You can't walk under it, you can't walk over it, but you can walk around it on the left side, or you can walk around it on the right side, or you can just walk away from it, or you can wait. It doesn't stun you.
It's just green neon lights in the ground, just like Matrix of Woe. You feel like you're just gonna not get stunned by it. You feel like you're just gonna...
Here's the weirdest thing, Daniel. Every time I've ever walked into it, it stunned me. Literally 100% of the time.
You know, the funny thing is, I do have the same sentiment as you. I wonder why other people do it, but then I realize that I run into it all the time. And it's just sitting there, and I don't know why. It's just like this weird... It's something weird about it.
Well, be innocent, mate. We'll keep count of how many times people just randomly walk into those. Grizzly Q retreats past one right now. Oxy will take the front lines with our first metamorphosis of the game. Already pushing in as Coco lands a Death's Embrace. Royd's still in a lot of trouble. Vex, though, does fall down bottom. Blue Triton able to pick it up for a 1-1 trade, and they want more. Chicken will be here alongside Chimeras, and they've separated Oxy from the team. It's a double kill for Blue Triton. Grizzly Q turns the tables, diving forward. Magic Prison will come out. Coco's low, though, and Bamboo wants the chase with a flicker forward. It's a kill from the Ion Blasts. Oh, Triton! Pinwheel over the wall. Magic Barrier to stun, but it does not matter. The Spectral Ire finds the kill. Chimeras, though, he's gone a bit too far.
He has, but Existence haven't gone too far. That is a 3,000 gold lead.
Or have they? If Vex punishes Blue Triton, everything is for naught.
Well, Blue Triton might just punish Vex here. He's ahead 2 levels.
You are right.
He's on a much better early game hero than Vex is on right now. The Dioma versus Quillen certainly goes to Blue Triton in this situation. Existence, they're coming to play.
Yeah, they're going for that aggressive early game team fighting we were looking for.
You know, the funny thing is about this whole roster, both teams, is that because there's so many warriors, TJ, every single hero could take on multiple members. And that makes for really strange team fights.
Yep. I want to highlight the Crash build. We were kind of wondering what would be going on. It looks like we're just building into a Mantle of Ra for now, so it'll be a more defensive hybrid build.
Right.
Maybe
well,
not the madness I was hoping
Well, the thing is, you need to go for Mantle of Ra first.
Is there still hope?
Yeah, there's still hope, because you need to go for the wave clear. He doesn't have great wave clear. You need to do that first and foremost. That's why he's gone for that item that builds into the Mantle of Ra. And so that will help him first, but then he might go for something like Omni Arms.
I want to see crazy damage from the Crashed.
Well, he might crazily go down to this Existence roster, which is kind of live.
Existence, you're doing quite well, to your credit. And that will be a pickup down bottom of the Abyssal Dragon, and Existence want to fight in mid. They'll scare back the people clearing wave.
When we go to these fights, keep an eye on the heroes that just won't die. Last fight, we saw Royd stay alive amongst 4 members and 2 ults.
Oxy pulled in, will spend Metamorphosis. Royds did a lot of damage, though. He's going to have to play this carefully. Chooses to push forward instead. Triton will focus tower in the
Vex.
meantime. Instead, Vex is in trouble himself as he's burned down by Existence. They take a tower and a kill onto the enemy jungle.
I don't think that was a good idea by Vex, TJ. He was trying to go and clear the wave, but it was already dead, and there were 4 members there. I think he needs to go back to his farming game.
Bamboo will be able to press forward against Nova in mid as well. Nova tried to counter that bottom pressure by scaring back Clemers up top. He's been low up here for a while. It's not recent. They'll try and chase him down, but he shows off his speed and why he's taking so long to kill. Finally, they get the tower, but not the kill. And the amount of players it took means that Existence may get a mid tower as well.
I still love this from Nova, though, even though they're down 5,000 gold.
Oxy.
Oh.
Oxy has Metamorphosis. He's just waiting on the right timing.
No, he doesn't have the rage.
You're right.
So, I'd love this from Nova, though. They're down 5,000 gold. What other team would go and be cheeky enough to take a tower and punish on the side lane with down 5,000 gold, TJ?
Well, they are paying for it because they're losing pressure across the map. Now, though, they might want to turn that. Clemers is caught out. Chicketon's trying to come in, but Death's Embrace has already landed. Good wind cuffs. Oh, that's beautiful. Vex flies in. Is it too little, too late? Chicketon gets vision of him. Very good use of the Ring of the Fiend, and he actually just stalls up, brawling 1v3, giving time for Bamboo to come in on the flank, and Bamboo will land the Ion Blast, flickering forward. Thunderbird does not connect. Grizzly Q keeps himself safe with the Retaliate. In the meantime, Vex will fall, though, for the 3rd time this game.
This is beautiful play by Existence, able to chase them down. Yeah,
Coco!
He's gonna die. Might as well get the wave. You might as well. Right? This is smart. If you don't want to die and lose the wave, you might as well get the wave. You might as well get some damage on Superman, too.
He had the option to try and run. He wasn't interested. Real men die to clear waves.
Yeah, real men clear the wave. Or something like that.
It may have saved his team. At the very least, it did by another second where Existence just have to run around the map, trying desperately to make something happen. Oxy spent Metamorphosis. Chicketon runs into a magic barrier.
Now Oxy knows how it feels to go against a Roxy. It is just the most frustrating thing, and even a Metamorphosis Crush can't take her down.
Existence get another tower, Daniel.
All right, TJ. 6,000 to 7,000 gold lead here for Existence. Who do you favor? This is an actual question. Who do you favor in this game? 7,000 gold lead.
Don't make me do this.
But it's Nova.
Don't make me do this.
I would say it's an even game.
Don't make me do this.
I think it's even. I think it's. I'm sorry, Existence, but I think this is an even game. I think.
Are you gonna make me make a prediction?
Go ahead. I'll make one too.
There is extra damage items being built on Oxy, which means we're gonna see big damage crashed, which means I favor Nova.
Honestly, I'm gonna have to pick Nova too. I think it's gonna be a 20. I think it's gonna be a 20-minute game.
A 6,000 gold lead in favor of Existence. Both casters predict Nova to win.
I say Nova wins with 8 of their towers dead. They're gonna come back at like near the end. They're gonna have a really good defense.
Rank breaker built on Oxy. Metamorphosis now to exploit it. 2 players currently bullying him back though, and that means that Oxy can't do the damage he wants to.
He does clear the wave though. That's all they want to do is clear the wave. That's all they need.
So this is a hard question because, like, obviously we all are massive Nova fans, given they're currently undefeated in the EU season.
I just respect them. I don't know.
But they have to play from behind now.
They're good at that though. We've talked about it. They're one of the only teams that can actually play from behind.
For them, that means trying to find tower pressure across the map while still avoiding team fights, not letting Existence leverage their considerable potential in order to get towers.
Okay, for Existence, besides the fact that they have a massive gold lead, being ahead allows them to not really worry about the macro game as much, because it's a lot easier to push into the other side. The map gets narrower. All you have to do is worry about 3 lanes that are bottlenecking up into your opponent's core. So for Existence, this makes the game a lot simpler, and that's something that Existence can take advantage of.
They want to take advantage of it, turning it into a Dark Slayer. That means Nova will try and find pressure in the meantime, and actually mid-wave is quite dangerous as the Dark Slayer does get cleared. Mid-tower does get held by the Superman of Clemers. Bot lane Nova will get a tower. The onus is on Existence to get a trade up top. They do push Coco back. They do have Dark Slayer available. They won't summon Drake yet.
This is... People should take notes at home. Nova are getting stuff out of this. Yeah, it might be negative trades, but they're getting something.
They're getting a lot out of it, actually. Clemers walked into a magic barrier. See that? Shakes it. We'll get the wave clear up top. Tower does fall, and Existence are still pushing forward.
Look at this. Nova, they take a tower, they lose nothing against the Dark Slayer.
It was a tower for tower trade.
Oh, right. Okay.
So Existence are doing actually a really good job. Yes, Nova are doing a better job because getting even trades while you're this far behind is a win. But we do have to talk about Existence getting the Darkslayer. We do have to talk about Existence now summoning it at their base, so they have the maximum time to press forward, take advantage. But you can just see Nova slipping through the cracks in their offense.
Yeah, exactly. And Nova have been able to get these split pushes when they need to do so. But I would say that it's more of a compliment to Nova and less of, you know, an insult to Existence. They're doing fine. They're doing a reasonable job. Nothing taken away from Existence at the moment.
Here's the pressure onto the tower. Bot lane, it will be picked up by Existence. The Drake in mid will be fought over. It has to be killed by Nova, so it's actually quite clever of Existence to direct their focus elsewhere. Oxy, though, opens with a metamorphosis. Claire's trying to break a Thunderbird. Grizzly's gone. That was beautiful. Magic Prison will land, but it's on to Chickerton. He can take it, and now the rest of the team's able to surge forward. Nova seriously messed up that team fight, and they will pay for it as Oxy and Grizzly Q fall.
Just trying to clear the wave, but punished by Existence, knowing that they would come out to try to do that. They say, no more wave for you, mister.
That was really slick, actually.
Very well done on the punish. Need to continue to do that.
Vex will feel exactly that. Another tower down, 2 high grounds exposed. Does your prediction shift?
I still think they're gonna go down a couple of high ground towers before they come back, but this is looking dangerous.
Very dangerous. The #1 team in Europe, the team undefeated so far, is now being pushed back behind their high ground, but they do have Claire's down. He's achieved significant damage before he falls, but the high ground tower stands, and a kill goes over to Nova, buying them more time.
Right, and the fact that Nova can heal up and get back onto the map is very bad for Existence. They haven't gotten that high ground tower. Sometimes you can use the time that you've gained by that in order to take down a tower, but they decide not to go for it.
The current standings, if you're curious as to the build of Crashed. Mantle of Ra, rank breaker on the arms.
Yeah, we've seen this
Almost
before.
full damage.
Yeah. It's about as damagey as you can go with the Crash because you need to have the Mantle of Ra for the wave clear, but yeah, it is very damaging.
Existence will now exploit that, deleting Poseidon in the back lines. A beautiful dive forward.
They're out of position. Nova can get caught out here.
Yeah, and they do. The pressure across the side of the map. Roids will be brawling 1v1 up in the top lane against the Omen of Coco. In the meantime, this Abyssal Dragon, enraged, is going over to Existence as they stall out across the map. Nicely done.
That was almost the end of the game right there, TJ. If Existence had caught out the rest of the Nova members, they could have just won right then, right there, but they decided to go safe. They decided to go for the Abyssal.
This is a really good game from Existence, though. The undefeated reigning champions of Europe are actually looking in a lot of trouble.
They're going to try to hold on, but this is a lot to hold on against. 12,000 gold and Abyssal buff on your towers.
Grizzly Q sitting in the bush. Metamorphosis from Oxy will draw the attention. Grizzly Q goes in with the Mark of the Hunter, but it's just not doing damage.
I think they just wanted the wave, though. They just wanted to clear the wave so they don't lose their towers.
Coco does get to safety, flickering out. Another tower will fall. That's the high ground exposed in every lane, but none broken yet.
Yeah, that's all they can do to hold on here, but they do have the tools to do so. Poseidon on the Ballistae is a menace at clearing waves and forcing people back.
Mid lane, wait, will arrive. This is the most dangerous lane by far. Hurricane Wall, Claire's the dive in. Poseidon focused down. Magic Prison does land. Claire stays alive though, and all of Nova have to fall back. Existence are doing it, Daniel. They've got Oxy. They've got the pressure into the enemy core. They've broken the high ground against the European champions.
One hero down and one tower down. Can they make it work now?
Grizzly Q and Coco, 2 of the whole pressing forward. They'll be stunned up though. An excellent win cuffs again from Chickerton.
This is looking very much like BM Gaming versus Dino Rider CJ. The Ballistae how long can you hold?
But who won that match? It was the team that broke the high ground.
It eventually was, but honestly, as worried as I am for Nova potentially losing this game to the last team in the league, I feel the same way for Existence. I'm worried for Existence if they don't finish this out pretty soon, that Nova will just hold on until their racks are breaking.
Oh, come on. Look at the gold lead, Daniel. Surely this is open and shut.
No, I'm worried about Existence closing this out. I really am.
How on earth can Nova hold for what, 5 more minutes in order to get even gold?
They'll hold on as long as it takes.
Against a Darkslayer?
Yeah.
All right. Well, the Darkslayer is going to be picked up. Existence have the control. Nova are surging forward at the bottom and middle lane of the map, particularly down bottom.
I do think Existence will get at least 1 high ground tower, maybe 2 out of this. They could obviously win the game, but I think that the average result here is both high ground towers. The absolute minimum, they're going to get a high ground tower. And obviously the best result is to win the game. But I think that Existence, they're gonna get significant advantages here. It's guaranteed.
Nova Esports, as yet undefeated, recalled to their base. The worst team in the European Valor series is approaching, but it doesn't matter because Grizzly Q dives. They've got Oxy as well. x6tence needs to stall the push, and he does. Nova in big trouble. Coco needs to get out, but Clemers dives into the backline. He'll keep all of Nova up front. Bamboo's very low, but he uses the congeal. The Arctic Orb keeps him alive, and 3 players are down. Nova, they don't have the men. They've only got Vex and Grizzly Q to save the game, to save their undefeated record, and Vex can't do it. Grizzly Q is low. That should be the core down. The super minion is there, and it will be game number 2. Given enough time, over to x6tence.
The last undefeated team in the Valor Series falls to the winless team in the Valor Series. What a beautiful performance. They finally take them down.
x6tence get their first win, and it is the first loss for Nova Esports.